Malaysia has banned all forms of open burning except for cremations and religious rituals as the country continues to choke under worsening haze. Offenders could be fined more than $100,000 and face up to 5 years in jail. And the ban will last until the end of the current monsoon season. Forest fires are raging in neighbouring Sumatra and Kalimantan in Indonesia, and a persistent northerly wind has led to parts of Malaysia being blanketed in smog. So that means that air pollution levels have hit their highest levels so far this year, with several districts registering readings in the unhealthy range. 22 areas across Malaysia have reported an air pollution index reading of more than 100 today, including Selangor, Malacca, Sarawak and the capital, Kuala Lumpur. The district of Rompin in Bahan is worst hit with a reading of 228 this afternoon, the only district in the very unhealthy range. Our correspondent Melissa Goh tells us more.
The Malaysian public is getting impatient. This after the haze spread to more states across peninsular Malaysia. Only the east coastal states of Kelantan and Terengganu were spared. Now in Kuala Lumpur, the heat is getting unbearable. It hasn't been raining for the past few days. Now some are disappointed. They expect a new government under Pakatan Harapan coalition to do more than just sending a protest note, they said, to Indonesia.
So we hope our government can look into doing something more positive, apart from sending the diplomatic note, over. Maybe better action, more forceful action can be taken.
The Energy, Science, Technology, Environment and Climate Change Minister Yeo Bee-yin, in her Facebook posting, said she met officials from the Indonesian embassy on Tuesday and voiced the government's concerns, urging Indonesian authorities to do more to put out the forest fires. And Malaysia, she said, is ready to help Indonesia in doing that if Jakarta, she said, were to accept Malaysia's offer. Now, meanwhile, the ongoing dry spell in the southwest monsoon are also not helping. Now, the Department of Environment has banned open burning except for cremation and religious purposes until the monsoon is over in September. Now, the government will also be conducting cloud seeding, she said, whenever possible to bring some relief to the heat and haze. Melissa Goh, CNA, Kuala Lumpur.
The worsening air quality has also affected Malaysia-Indonesia ties. Last week, Kuala Lumpur said that it would be sending diplomatic notes to Indonesia to underscore the seriousness of the haze, as well as to emphasize the urgency in putting out the fires.
Indonesia's Environment and Forestry Minister now says she will be writing a formal letter to the Malaysian embassy to protest claims that the haze is caused by forest fires in Indonesia. Saiful Bari Ismail reports.
The Indonesian Environment and Forestry Minister Siti Nurbaya Bakar said the haze in Malaysia and Singapore does not come entirely from Indonesia. Ms. Siti said there's a possibility the haze is coming from forest fires in other Malaysian states of Sarawak and in Peninsular Malaysia. Ms. Siti said she found it puzzling if Indonesia is again being blamed for the transboundary haze in the region, stressing that the country has been trying hard in a systematic manner to deal with forest fires and haze issues. Meanwhile, the Indonesian National Disaster Mitigation Agency said that as of 9 a.m. on Wednesday, there are a total of 5,062 hotspots across the country. This is a massive increase from 2 weeks ago when only about 358 hotspots were detected. Most of the hotspots are from the provinces of Jambi, West Kalimantan and Central Kalimantan. Local authorities in Jambi said some kindergartens will be closed until Friday, and the elementary and junior high schools are also temporarily shut. The Education Minister has supported the move to shut schools in areas badly affected by haze and urged students to continue lessons from home. The air quality in West Kalimantan, Central Kalimantan and Riau provinces have also reached unhealthy levels. The local government in Riau has also conducted prayers to pray for rain to help extinguish the forest fires and alleviate the hazy conditions. Jakarta has deployed thousands of extra personnel since last month to prevent a repeat of the 2015 fires, which choked the region in haze for weeks and set off a diplomatic spat. Observers say wind direction and rainfall are the two biggest factors governing transboundary haze. They added it's unlikely the haze experienced this year would be as bad as the 2015 haze crisis. This is because the El Nino event that year caused weather to be much drier than what what the region is experiencing now, and Indonesia has also stepped up its efforts to reduce and fight fires since then. Saiful Bahri Ismail, CNA, Jakarta.